In question 14 from Chapter 6, Section 5, they're looking at manhole covers being a minimum diameter of 21 inches, and they tell us that the shoulder breadth of men has a mean of 18.2 inches, a population standard deviation of 1 inch, and that the breadth of shoulder lengths of men is normally distributed. And they ask us what percentage will fit in a manhole, and this is actually this rephrased. It's asking for what percent of men have a shoulder breadth less than 22 inches. So we're asked to find the probability that we get a individual with a measurement less than 22 inches, and this is just like a question out of Chapter 6, Section 3. We're taking one person at a time, so we're going to have to go ahead, get the z-score for 22. So that z-score 22, our data value minus the mean of 18.2 divided by the standard deviation of 1, that's 3.8. So using our picture as reference, we want the probability, the area under the curve, less than 3.8, so that's just going to be the table value, which is 0.9999. So that is our probability of getting an individual that has a shoulder breadth less than 22 inches, 99.99%. In Part B, they ask us to consider what if we look at 36 men at a time, what's the probability that their average shoulder breadth is going to be less than 18.5 inches. And because we're considering them 36 at a time now, we're going to need new standard deviation, which is the original standard deviation divided by the square root of our sample size, which turns out to be 1/6. And since we're still going to use this number in a computation, it's best that we don't round it off at all. And if we do round it off, we go out a lot more decimal places than we would to present it. Otherwise, your z-score is going to be off from what it really should be. So computing the z-score now using the new standard deviation, we end up getting 1.8. And so our question that we're going to take is we want the probability of being less than 1.8, and we can just go right to the table, and that'll give us 0.9641. So the probability that the sample mean of our group will be less than 18.5 inches is going to be 96.41%. And they ask us if the results from this Part B suggest that they can save money by making smaller manhole covers. And our answer to that is no, because manhole covers is about individual fit. So this probability that we just found in Part B is not relevant to the design of manhole covers, because we don't care about how people would fit through on average. We care about how an individual person fits through.